Hello, my name's Julia Farley and I'm the curator of the British and European Iron Age collections here at the British Museum. We're here in room 50, which is the gallery which has most of the objects that are on display, which are the ones that I look after. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about loan requests, asking to borrow an object, what makes a good request, and the role that curators play in that process here at the British Museum. Like most museums, the British Museum has a lot of objects on display, but we also have a really vast reserve collection, some of which is stored here on site, other parts of which are stored at our off-site stores. So when you're thinking about making a loan request, it's great if you can have an idea of the range of our collection, what we have, what might be suitable for your exhibition. And a really great way to do that is to look at our collections online database. There's some really fantastic pieces in reserve. I think I speak for all curators when I say that we're really excited to get those out there as well and make sure that they can be seen by the public, because that's why we have these objects and we want to preserve them so that they can be seen and so that they can be shared. Because it's not just our collection, it's everybody's collection, and we're really passionate about sharing those objects with a wider public. So for me, what makes a really great loan request is somebody who has a really clear idea about the story of the exhibition and the story that they want to tell using those objects. And I find that when the story comes first, that's often what makes a really strong exhibition and a really strong loan request. It's wonderful for us when objects can travel, often to places maybe which are close to where they've originally come from. So that's another possible source of a story if you're telling the story of your local area or a particularly fantastic find from there. Recently, for example, the Witham Shield travelled to the Collection Museum in Lincoln for a major exhibition there. Our Spotlight Loan programme is deliberately designed to allow really fantastic key pieces from our displays or from the reserves to travel somewhere where they can have a whole exhibition built around them, and they can have a lot more interpretation displayed alongside that object, really helping to tell the story of that object and bring it to life. So I'm always hugely excited to receive requests like that because it's a chance to tell different stories about our collection and to improve the way that we are able to share these objects with the wider public. So I wanted to talk about a particular loan request from Dumfries Museum because it's an example of one where everything went right and it was a really fantastic loan request, which I was really pleased to be able to help with. They borrowed this beaded torque and a small copper alloy bowl, which is further back in the gallery there. Actually, both of these objects were found together. But you can see that how we display them in our gallery here, the torque is used in this display, which is about that distinctive style of dress in northern Britain. And the bowl, which is back behind me, is used to tell the story about eating and drinking and feasting in Iron Age Britain. So what was really compelling for me about the request from Dumfries Museum is that they wanted to bring these two objects together and actually showcase them as a local find, talk about their discovery up on Lochar Moss, its environmental and historical and ecological and archaeological importance. And that's really exciting for me because that's not a story that comes out very well in the way that we've displayed these objects here. And as you can see, we don't have as much room as we might like to, have long labels to tell all these kind of things. What made the loan request go so well and so smoothly was largely that Dumfries Museum had done their research. They knew something about the objects that we held and how they were relevant to the story that they wanted to tell. And they got in touch with us in plenty of time. So we normally ask for at least a year, ideally more, as a lead-in request with loans. And they also got in touch with us to discuss it. They didn't just sort of send in a loan request cold. They wrote to the museum generally, and their loan request was then passed on to me, and I had a chance to kind of discuss with them what would help make this a really, really compelling loan request, to suggest bringing the talk and the bowl together like that, rather than maybe just borrowing the talk or something like that. Having that chance for dialogue is often what makes a really strong loan request. And there might be things that curators know about their collections here at the BM, which we can share, that might not always be obvious even if you are looking on collections online. So we can help draw your attention to things that might be useful or might be interesting. If you're thinking about borrowing from the British Museum, please get in touch with us. Please don't be shy. Please write to us. I think I speak for all curators when I say that we're always really excited to receive these loan requests. We really enjoy speaking to our colleagues all across Britain, all around the world, and working out ways that we can share our collections, share the stories of these objects, and help them reach more people. So please don't be scared to email us. And if you have emailed us and you haven't heard back, please don't be scared to chase us as well. Things can get lost, things can get sort of missed somewhere along the way. So if you haven't heard back from us, please do give us a shout, give us a prod, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. We really do want to do everything we can to help make your exhibition a success.